It says I'm live. It said my mic was working. If anybody shows up, you can confirm this for me. It's been a while. It's been a long while. I think April might have been the last time that I got on here. The last video I did was really fun, shared some of my very favorite astro picks that we've done over the years. Lots of fun. But some things happened after that video, and it's just been kind of hard. To will myself to get on. Also, part of the reason I ask if my mic is working and my video and everything is working is I got a new laptop. There's a bug in here. It's been nicer weather, so I got windows open. So now I got a little bug in here. Um, so like I said, if anybody shows up, you can let me know about the audio and the video and all of that. I really like my new computer though. And I just didn't feel like dragging it down to my desk. I've been using it at the kitchen table lately, setting it up, this and that. And I just didn't feel like moving it around. So here I am. We're here in the kitchen. So what's happened since the last time I was on here? Let's see. My best friend came for a week and we did some fun things and she left. And then my mom and I went to Florida for 4 days and that was wonderful. I could have stayed all summer long. I come back and it's pretty much rained every day. The weather hasn't been great for fun in the sun or astrophotography, which is always fun. Sometimes here it just gets like a mood about itself, and I don't know, but it's been in a mood, and so that's tilt this up a little. That's affected my mood some, I know. And then my brother and his wife and kids came and they were here for a few days and then they went to Winter Park and then they come back tomorrow. So, and then they actually are leaving to drive back home to Texas on Sunday. So it's just been kind of busy, kind of a lot. Not I don't want to keep this video. I want to keep it relatively on the shorter side. I don't want to get into everything, but some things I've been struggling with some depression. It kind of blindsided me. It kind of comes out of nowhere. Um, my husband and I had a conversation about a month and a half, maybe a month ago, somewhere in there, about how people have social anxiety. After talking with my husband, he said it perfectly. I struggle with post-social anxiety, meaning that after I'm with a group of people or I've had time with somebody who I don't spend time with very often and things go back to normal and my life is quiet, I ruminate over the entire conversation that I had with in those moments. And then of course I beat myself up over it. And for a good example, I started going to this crochet meeting and that's been fine, but I've actually stepped away from going to it because I come home and I feel so overwhelmed. Like it's too stimulating. It's too many people. It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of different conversations and different things going on. And I don't know how to explain it other than it just like puts me in a place where I don't feel well. And it's like I have to recover from it. And I don't want to isolate. Like on the other side of that, I don't want to isolate because I don't want to, feed the sadness. And it's a hard balance to like know when to spend time socially with people and when to not. And so I've also been busy. I mean, I was traveling and then my brother and sister-in-law and the kids came and it was so busy and I was so tired every night because they have 4 kids. Every night I had a different kid. The youngest still is a little bit too young to stay far away from his mama. So he didn't come over. But the other 3 nights I had 3 kids, one for every night. And I was just wiped. They want to stay up. They want to play games. They want to have, all this excitement. And it's great. But it's also a little bit too much, and I was really feeling too much. And I've had a really bad week. Like the stuff about not being a mom and going through with the hysterectomy that I had in January, while it's been the right thing, I've discovered that regardless of what I had done with my life, whether I had gone forward and become a mom and had children or not, I was going to have regret. the thing is that it was like I was damned if I did, damned if I didn't. And I knew what it feels like to not. And that I can handle. The regret of being a mom, that's something you can't take back. If you have that happen to you after you've gone down that road, what do? You there's no changing it at that point other than trying to figure out how to not be in that way and not be in that place. And if I really still feel like it was the right call, it was the right decision. Um, but it's not been easy. But then I decided like 2 days ago that I was going to become a member of our old tennis club in my neighborhood, and they have a summer membership and they have a pool and they have a hot tub and they've got all this outdoor stuff. And I thought I need that. Why I'm kind of a wreck today. I went to the pool this morning, but it got rained out. Trying again tomorrow. But it's this whole thing of like I'm trying to like have opportunities, get me out of the house, go to the pool, get in the sun, get out, swim some. I used to do a ton of swimming. Gosh, about 13 years ago, I was swimming like 2,500 meters every time I went to the gym. I was killing myself. Definitely don't want to do that again, but I would like to swim a little, get a little bit of exercise outside of here. I'm still working out. I've lost weight, but see, and this is another thing. When I get depressed, I lose my appetite. So yeah, while I wanted to lose weight, I've gone a little bit south of my goal, but I'm still really trying to eat healthy. My husband and I have started grilling dinners, and we're trying to do more things in like healthy lifestyle kind of stuff. So that's been good. But yeah, I'm just trying to find some things. But like that was what I was gonna say. I'm at the pool. Gosh, there's a cat hair everywhere. Sorry. I'm at the pool yesterday. Well, no, two nights ago. Whatever, it doesn't matter. And this one lady, she couldn't get her like 8-year-old out of the hot tub. He didn't want to leave. Just 2 more minutes, just 2 more minutes. I always want to stay 2 more minutes. So like 20 minutes later, because she gave into him the entire time, then she had to like physically get down and pull him out. And this kid was not a little kid. Like this wasn't a baby. This wasn't like a 3-year-old. This kid had some weight to him. So if he goes, boneless, like it was just, it's like, oh my gosh. So I know that it's the right thing. I know that it's the right thing. I knew it going into it. I know it now. But I don't know. Having my brother and his wife and kids here in some ways is hard. I haven't said any of this to them, but when I'm around them, especially when I'm around them without my husband, I feel like I'm the sick one because I don't have kids that I'm chasing around. I feel like the off one, maybe the black sheep or so. I feel like the odd man out a little bit. It's just something I'm going to have to push through and rise above and be okay with. And I think I can do that. I know how to handle. I still feel like when I weigh it out and the regret of not becoming a mom versus the weight of the unknowing amount of regret that I would have had I become a mom, I I'll pick the lesser of two, the lesser of two evils. Like I can do that, and I can. That's rational thinking. Like I understand that, and I know that, and I can do that. But it's been just hard, and I've decided that spring is my least favorite season of the year. I hate the transition from winter to spring. Hate it. I absolutely hate it. Now, if we can get some nicer weather, I can start going to the pool and getting some vitamin D and having some, some good days like that. Then I'll start to really enjoy it. But I just hate it. I hate how rainy it is. And it takes forever for things to turn green here anyway. And then, there's more bugs and blah, blah, blah. But I am starting to slowly enjoy some things. I got myself some flowers. I've been taking care of my air plants. I've got some new life coming, with that stuff. And it's all going well. But I just kind of wanted to say hi. It's been a while. I know it's been a while. I apologize that it's been a while. We really do want to do space stuff. It's been terrible. I don't think we've had a clear, moonless night since I did my last video. And if we did, the timing didn't work out because I was gone or I had a friend here or then my family came and visited. I haven't had a chance and I want to shoot some, especially with my new computer. My husband was telling me with this thing, processing my images through PixInsight, like just even stacking them is going to go faster. Like that just makes me so want to try it. I want to try it, but things just aren't. Planets aren't aligning. So whatever. But yes, it's been a little bit rough. But I felt like I was able to get on here, do this without crying, do this without tears. I've cried my tears the last week or two and I'm feeling better now and I think that things are going to be okay. But I just wanted to say hi. I'm still here. I do comment quite a bit on videos that I'm watching, whether they're live or replay crew. I comment, I'm engaging with other content. I actually crocheted a little gnome. I should have gotten on here and shown you what it looked like. I have a picture of it in my phone. I sent it to her as a gift for the 1 year anniversary of her partner's passing. He passed away a year ago, June 10th, of cancer. And I just felt compelled to make her a gift. I wanted to do it last year and then I didn't. And then as the got closer to the 1 year anniversary, I decided to do it. So see if that comes into focus at all. It's a little bit bright. Can I turn this down? No, the lighting won't get it. Shoot. Here, let me turn down the brightness on my phone. Will that work? There you go. I crocheted this little sunflower gnome for a content creator here on YouTube, and I shipped it off to her. I sent it to her, and we emailed. Hey, Nate, I got your email. It's good to see you. Here, let me put you up here so I don't forget how I'm doing stuff. There we go. It's good to see you. I'm glad to be back. I don't know how back I am, but I'm here for the time being. So it's good to have you here, and I hope all is well. And hopefully I'll be doing more. I was just saying that, the weather's just it's not been good night or day right now. So whatever, but I am truly loving the time with my family. I really am loving having them here. I'm glad they went off for a few days, kind of give us some time to recover and rejuvenate. We've got a really, really fun Father's Day plan for my dad this weekend. And so I'm so looking forward to that. Maybe I can take some pictures and even share it on here because that's going to be very cool. So there's good. It's been kind of it's just been a hard couple of months, I feel. And then I feel like it was all kind of building to now. So it's just, I'm glad. Yes, Nate, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to feel well enough to get on here and things are all in all, I would say 70-30. Like I'm 30% depressed, 70% okay. That's better than about 3 days ago. 3 days ago, it was more 50-50. And I really, once it gets going, like teetering the other direction, then I really start doing self-care a little bit differently. And that's partly why I did add the pool membership in for the season, because I do think that will help. So, but I'm hoping to be back on here sooner than later with more content, with more Astro stuff. Like I said, once the weather gets better, we really do want to. My husband got a new computer too. We both want to mess with the computer processing power. Ain't that the truth? I'm telling you, MJ Sweeps, I think that's another part of it is the depression is directly associated with. That's why I said early on in the video, if you're just catching up, it's fine. But earlier on in the video, I said that I've decided that spring is my least favorite season here. I absolutely hate it. I cannot stand what this is doing. This cycle, it's just rain and clouds all the time. It's just I'm just so over it. And it's like, now we're coming up on summer, which is 8 days away. So yay, or 9, whatever it is, 8 or 9 days away, and can't do anything. Can't shoot at night. Can't go to the pool in the day. Like, I did exercise today. I did work out after I got home from the rained out session at the pool. I did come home and I worked out. It's good, but yeah. Yeah, and that's true too, Nate. The having fun, it's fun, but it is exhausting. It's so exhausting. My parents were wiped after they left. Like it was just exhausting. Like the kids, like I said, they want to stay up and play. And like we see them once a year, if that. And so they want to stay up, they want to play, and it's fine. I'm great at being the best aunt in the whole world. I really am great at that. And so we really had a lot of fun, but and I do when you're tired and things are just blah, it's just a whole other thing, you know. But I'm glad you guys are here. It's so good to see you, Nate. It's so good to see you, MJ Sweeps. It's so good to see you guys in the chat. And let's try to do this again. I think, what did I say before? That I have an hour every month with StreamYard if I am not a subscriber or a paid whatever. It's either 1 or 2. It might be 2 hours. So I would like to do another video this month, and I would like to hopefully, even if I reprocess some stuff with my new computer, just to play around with some old data with a new speed, that might be fun. So I'm trying to find I've always said it, there's treasures to be had on every path you're on. I'm trying to seek those treasures. I'm trying to find them. And I know they're there. It's just when the weather comes in or when family comes in, and yes, it's a vacation for everybody, but then you almost need like a vacation from that time. Like it's so tiring. But and also my husband's dad has some health things going on. So there's just been a lot of stuff. It's been just a lot. It's been just a lot since the last time I did a video. And so I just wanted mainly for y'all to see I'm here. I'm fine. I mean, I'm hanging in. So pushing through best I can. And it's so great to see you guys. And really, yeah, if I can get some stuff going here in the next few weeks or month, I will be on here to share. All I am hoping for right now is better weather, improved mood with the weather, because that will just help me want more, to do. So, yeah, we haven't done this yet, Nate. That's even one thing we haven't done. We were going to do that for Galaxy season, which starts in March. And we got, well, that was the thing. We had to order an adapter for my rotator. And we got it and it came in, but we haven't done anything with it yet. And another thing that I will say is the last 3 weeks, I have had landscaping companies come to my house, not for the back, not for where the domes are, but for the front, because it's just death. It looks terrible. And I need that fixed. I need it better. And so I think I'm going to go with a company that I found, hopefully sign a contract next week and get that done. So my mind has just been preoccupied, but that's partly why we haven't put the 8-inch in yet. Everything's still the same. Everything's still set up the same. We do have the smaller scope. See, and that's the other thing too, Nate. The adapter that we got for the 8-inch to use with the rotator, we only got one because everything, tariffs and all of that. And in order to use it and the small, like it needs to be for one or the other right now. We can't get another one to put on both, at least not if I'm going to have not if I'm going to have the front yard landscaped. So there's just some logistics there, but I do want to mess with some things. I'm really eager to start using that little scope now that we're kind of getting out of Galaxy season. Try to get 2 targets in one shot. I really want to do those 2 targets in one shot, like I know it's not quite the time yet, but the heart and soul in one shot. And hopefully later in the fall, I want to try to get the witch's head well, maybe not that. I'd like to get the witch's head by itself and just have more of it there. But I would like to do the horse head and the Orion in one. Like I have like wants and things that I want to try, but it's also a matter of time. And, my husband doesn't have a whole lot of time on the weekends, and he's been doing this computer upgrade stuff, the shower that he was working on. And he started that in late December, maybe early January. And it's still not, oh, hey, JS Wyman, good to see you. This is going to get longer now that it's become like a gathering. I love it. I'm fine with that. But the shower is still not done. It's just so hard, like to make things happen. But things are well. I feel like we have enough to look forward to that helps, regardless of what state of mind I'm in, regardless of what kind of funk I'm dealing with. We did replace the lights in the family room here, so we got rid of the old retro. My husband couldn't stand it because you could see the light bulbs from the kitchen, because they were all open. They're so retro. Anyway, so we modernized the lights down in the family room. So we've been just doing some little projects here and there. It's kind of nuts. Let me pull this one up. Have you ever used a wide camera lens with your telescope camera? So, well, see, that's the thing. So the one that we put in my husband's dome, it's what is the focal length on it? Mine's 568. I want to say that one's somewhere in the 300s. That's about the widest. Now, if you're talking like a wide angle lens, there's only so much I'm going to be able to do here. First of all, we've got quite a few trees behind us and to our south. Also, you might catch the roof of the house. And with the wide stuff, you actually might pick up the lights from the street a little bit, because we do have several, not like intersection lights, but we have several bright street lamps on. So we're on a side street, but then there's a busier street down there, and we've got one there and we've got one there to contest with. So it's some of that, but it's not a dumb question at all. We used to do wide angle or more wide angle stuff with the little sky guider, the Ioptron Sky Guider Pro, I think. We did Milky Way tracking with it and stuff like that, but I've never tried it here. I think that the lights would be the biggest problem, and definitely the trees back there. But if we did something like, if you think like a 50 millimeter or 100 millimeter is wide, we might be able to do something with that. A 50 would be about the widest I think I would ever try to go. I don't think I would try to go wider. Now, if we had this house in a beautiful mountainside facing, east and south, where we could see the Milky Way, well, sure, why not? But no. But we have talked about maybe going camping this summer and taking the gear with us, which I would love. I would really love to do that. I would really, really love to do that. So hopefully we can, but time will tell, and weather will dictate. And it's hard. That's hard to do because my husband, he has to put in advance for work, right? So we know when it'll be moonless, but do we know when the weather might be good? So we actually might wait till August, maybe even September. Kids are back in school. It's not going to be so crowded. And in September, especially, is when it really starts to mellow. The weather here does start to mellow. You say me too, MJ Sweet. I'm assuming you're talking about camping, taking stuff with you. Yeah, we really want to do that. There's several spots we'd like to go, but we'll see. All in all, it's fun to at least have some things that's always something that I try to do regardless, is have something to look forward to on the horizon and things to shoot for. And we may be in this damn weather now, but hopefully that'll improve. Yeah. My view is south to the west, rest is tree. Yep. I hear that. That is really tough. Yeah. Our best view is to the north, and I would say east is iffy. Northeast is okay, but north is the best spot. And you know how little stuff there is. I mean, you got Bodes, you got Cigar, you got the Heart. There's a decent amount of stuff up there. But if you're wanting to try new targets, that's the thing about shooting from these domes all the time, is you're kind of stuck. You get the same sky every night. And it would be great if we had no trees in the 360-degree sky, but we don't have that luxury here. And, maybe someday when we win the lotto, we will, but don't see that happening. So I do want to get back into it. And like I said, changing it up, trying some stuff with the 8-inch scope, or trying some stuff with this wider scope to get 2 targets in one shot. Things like that excite me. I do want to get back into it, but it's got to work out when it's got to work out. And unfortunately, some other things are taking precedent right now. So we just do what we gotta, deal with the line of sight as we can. But yeah, well, I just wanted to say hi, you guys. Thanks so much for coming in here, Nate and MJ Sweeps and JS Wyman. It's so good to see you guys. Summer is a bummer for Astro stuff, and it's partially because But there's pros and cons to each, right? Because summer it's warmer. So if you have any issues and you've got to go out there and deal with the tech side of stuff and open up the domes and see what's going on, oh well, if you've got 8 inches of snow, that's not quite so fun, But if it's or ice, in our case, we have a tendency to get ice, and I just know I'm going to break my hip here on ice doing something like that. But the summer's warmer, but the nights are so short, especially right now as we're heading to the longest day of the year. It's these nights are so short. And yeah, I mean, you can do it, but it's almost more of a headache than it's worth. It's in some ways it's like just wait until the sun is less oppressive and the night is more welcoming. And that's why I think fall. I really think fall here is our best season. Late summer maybe, but fall is our very, very best season here because it's not too cold, it's not too hot. I mean, if you get snow, it's not going to last long. It's going to melt pretty quickly, and you get more length in your nights and more time shooting and more data. And it's a way that if you got to go out there, you grab a light jacket and you go. I mean, I think I've gone out there in the middle of the night in September with a pair of shorts and a jacket on, and it's fine, with boots or whatever, and it's fine. But it's getting to be tricky. And I just know that the light pollution here is getting worse with every passing year too. So that's part of it as well. So, ooh, and the bugs. Oh, yeah, the bugs out east. Oh man, we've had our alarms for our cameras inside the domes go off because of moths lately. It's like it's all the sirens going off and Alexa comes on and she's all telling us, oh, there's motion detected in your dome, blah blah blah, and you look and it's a moth flying around. It's like, oh, come on. So yeah, that's another con to doing it in the summer. Daylight savings time kills it. It's not enough time to shoot. I have been against the daylight savings time nonsense for a multitude of reasons. Daylight savings time, I don't understand why we're still honoring it. One of these time changes is going to give me a heart attack. I flat out know it. Like, I totally see it coming. I cannot stand the time change. I can't stand it on either side. But this time coming in, like switching over from standard to daylight bugs me more than switching from daylight to standard. Like that. Every season for like the last 5 years, I've been that way. I'm so sick of changing. Yeah, I don't know if they voted on it yet. I thought that they did, and I thought that it was supposed to change already. And I mean, like, when I say already, I thought it was supposed to be like a year ago this last spring we weren't going to start back up. But apparently we're still just, I feel like it's like, well, if we don't say anything, nobody will say anything and they'll go unnoticed. And it's like, I notice it very much. So yes, yeah, there's a lot of frustration right now, but new computer. I hope that this looks and sounds okay. I know that the lighting makes me look kind of bad. I should have done this, maybe I need to get myself a nice spotlight so it like covers all the wrinkles and takes everything out, but whatever. I just was trying this to see if it would even work. I just hooked up my account on here to StreamYard, and I thought, well, shoot, I'll see what happens if I go live and see if anybody comes along for the ride. So thanks, you guys, for being here. Oh my gosh, are you laughing at me crazy? I know. It's like I need some work done here. Oh, well, whatever. YOLO. I'm going to do it as naturally as I possibly can. It's so great to see you, MJ Sweeps. And I know you're feeling this too, because you're not too far away from me here. And you're feeling the weather. You're feeling the nights. And it's frustrating. A friend of mine, she was in Phoenix this last week. She's the one I take care of her bird while she's away. So like 2 nights ago when it was a full moon, she texts me. She's like, can you see the moon? And I'm like, I went out to my driveway. She sent me a picture. It was really low on the horizon, maybe 10 degrees up. And in Phoenix, you can see it from any place pretty much. And I go out in my driveway and I'm looking as far towards the moon and I can't see it. And I'm like, no. And then about an hour later, I could see it from the deck, but it was all clouds. So it was like, yeah, full moon ruined. Like, that's the only good thing about a full moon, in my opinion, is watching it rise. It's so beautiful when it rises on a perfect night, but I didn't even get that. It's like God's like, I'm going to test her. I'm going to see how she handles this and this and this. And I do think that joining the pool was a good outcome of those tests because yeah, it's they did open it for 10 minutes today, so I did get to get in and it was sunny for a bit, so I got some sun on my face and got to swim around a little bit, and so I'm hoping for more of that. But yeah, this weather's got to improve, otherwise I may have to schedule a trip in August just to get out of it, or July just to get away, because if it's going to be like this all summer, I can't do it. That happened a couple years ago when we were actually building the second dome, and I remember it was like 55 degrees on my birthday. My birthday's in August. It's like if I had known, I would have planned a trip and gotten the hell out of Dodge that year. So I learned lesson learned. If I need to, I'll go back to Florida. I'll have a trip planned and just go maybe after school starts or something, and just plan on it, because I can't do this for the whole summer. So, but it was so great to see you guys. Thank you guys for being here, and thank you so much for like just being chill and understanding. I know Nate sent me an email kind of checking in, making sure, and I didn't write him back. I honestly, I've just been trying to do other things, and sitting on the computer responding to emails has started to feel a little bit like work, and I just can't do it right now. So you are always free to email me, and I'll keep an eye on it. But if you don't hear back, don't worry. Chances are I can't bring myself to do it right now, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So, and that too, definitely been busy. And when I actually speak it out loud, I realize how busy I've been. And to a degree that helps, because like I'm not good at knowing the difference between exhaustion and depression. And so kind of knowing how busy it's been with all the things the last 6 weeks or so, that it kind of shines a light on why. And maybe I needed to speak it out loud and just kind of talk about it. So appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, cheers to you, Nate. So good to see you. I don't know if that showed or not. Hold on. There we go. I want to show everybody so that I can. You guys are so awesome, and thank you for your support, and thank you for your understanding when it comes to my mental well-being and just going at the pace I need to go to. And when I just want you to know that YouTube has been a constant hum, even through all of this, the busyness, the bouts of depression, the lows, even the highs, whatever. YouTube has been a hum. It's kind of like, I'm here. Come get on live and talk to your people who care and want to hear from you. It's like I know and I want to. And so and thank you, JS Wyman, for the reminder. Take care of yourself first. That's what I've been doing. I would say for at least, well, right after my best friend left is when it started. And that's when I felt like the self-care needed to take priority. It's that whole thing of when you're on an airplane, right? It's like, okay, I need to breathe first. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to help anybody in my life. My husband, number one, he's the only person that lives with me, and I need to be the best version of myself, even if that means taking whatever time I need to do whatever it is I need to help me feel better. I appreciate that, JS Wyman. Yeah, take care of yourself first. Amen to that. And that goes for all of you guys too. Take care of yourself first. I know I always preach about self-care and how it's not selfish, but it's just a matter of, it's like, my dad drilled into me, change the oil in your car. If you don't change the oil on your car's going to break down. Change the oil on your car. I mean, it was drilled in my head, so it's like, okay, every whatever, I've got to go get my oil changed, blah, blah, blah. And it's kind of like, oh, you know what? When I feel like this, I just need to kind of take care of me and do whatever it is that I need, whether it's the equivalent to a human oil change. I don't know what that would be. For me, it's things like swimming or going on that trip. That was a big priority for me. And right now it's having family here, but there's other things I want to do. So, I have to kind of assess my needs and address them one at a time. So I will do it. You guys take wonderful care of yourselves as well. I hope I didn't drone on too long. I didn't mean to go this long, but more people started joining in, and it makes it fun. And I will tell you guys this. That was one of mine too. I'm glad you said that. Always saying no. I think that sometimes you've got to get to a place where you can't. There was a time in my life where I always said yes, and that was a, a catalyst for me going to the psych hospital. And so now it's like I know when I have to be like, mm-mm, mm-mm, and step away. But sometimes, like when family comes in, it's like you don't really have much of a choice. It's like I've got to make this time. I've got to be okay. And that's I think where it's hard for me is it's like I'm kind of forced and then like I was saying I have the post-social anxiety of it all, which is rough. But I will take care. You guys take care too. And yeah, let's do this again. And that's what I was going to say with you guys on here doing these lives. I will say I never have post-social anxiety after this. I don't know if it's because it's not a face-to-face conversation and there's not more for me to read into than the words that you're typing. I love it. I love that it's simplified. I love that it's a conversation, yet my mind can't run away with it. And I think that it's a great way for me to do it. So really love you guys. Thank you guys so much. I'll show this last one. Good. Yes, good. You guys are awesome. Have a wonderful rest of your week and Father's Day weekend. And you guys take care of yourselves however it is you need to do it. You know, if you need to just take the time for you this weekend, say no and do just that. Nothing wrong with it. All right. I will be back. I want you to know. I don't know when it'll be, but I will be back. And it was so great to see you guys tonight. And you guys really do what you need to stay well and take good care. And we will talk real soon. I promise. That will. I will. And when I mean soon, I mean within the next month or two. Okay. Good night, you guys. Bye.